So I'm back today to tell you about a story that I started about a week ago. And yes, we built a bird haven in our yard, totally unexpected. And we do find nests just like this one. That nest was built by this bird, the California Towhee, which is a really strong bird. They're bold and they will even fight their enemies no matter what, even if it's themselves. What can I say? The good thing about this bird for some other birds is they forage around eating seeds, they will eat greens, and they will also eat insects, which makes them important to other birds that are living around here and coming in and seeking out these birds, which is a fascinating story in itself, which you're about to see here. And it's those birds, and we will get back to them in a few moments. Now, to quickly recap from the other day, I found the nest in the yard, and yes, in my tree collard, something we eat, and they made a nest in it. But as you can see, the nest was tipped sideways, and there was one egg in there. I looked around, we found no shells, no eggs, no nothing underneath, so we assumed that the bird just built the nest, which would mean more eggs to follow very soon. But could not be left that way or that egg would disappear. So I got my hot glue gun out and yarn and re-tied the nest and anchored it into my tree collard. I kept an eye out on that nest. No more eggs came, but thank goodness when I fixed it, she did come back and sit on that one egg. You can go watch the whole video on that. But let's get into my surprise today. Hi, it is Robbie from Southern California, and you know, it's early in the morning and the sun's not up yet, and I'm working around here and I'm getting ready to set up my dog kennel for propagating, but we're going to talk about a bird today. So the other day I put up a video where I found this nest with one egg in it. Now I was trimming my tree collards and I came upon this. We're going to step in here because this is unbelievable. So I want you to go back and check that video, because if I didn't know myself, I would think this is a farce, but this is real. So as I was going through here and cleaning this up, I stumbled upon a nest that was falling down, completely falling down. And you saw me put it back together. It's really worth watching the video because you're all waiting here with great excitement. And I really started thinking, oh, I don't know what this is going to do, because I need to get my tomatoes planted in here. Right now, I'm not going to do that. And I'm thinking it's kind of bizarre. The whole thing was bizarre. So let's walk over here because she's not here. Here's the tree collard. It's massive. I'm going to say it's about, let's see, 6, 7, 8. It's close to 10 foot tall. And all the leaves are dying back. And there's that nest. Oh, she's screaming. Okay, we're going to do this quick. I'm going to show you this. I was just going to tell you, but we got to get in here quick and then we're going to leave. And I got a lot to say on this. Hold on. No, this is not AI, this is real, and that's why I want to do this completely uncut. Now, let me step back. I'm going to sit down for a minute because I am baffled over this. So here I am sitting here. She's got a nest here. I have been watering the plants at night. I come through here, I even hit the tops of the plants, so that nest has been watered a little bit, not too much. I am aware that there could be nests in different places. The nest was found where it was falling sideways. And I went ahead and I hot glued it in. I showed you how I did it. I kept waiting for days for another egg, and no eggs showed up, because generally the California Towhee, and that's what it is, has anywhere from 3 to 5 eggs. That's pretty average for them. One egg is in there, one very bluish spotted egg. I don't know on this. I'm really baffled. But there's only one egg in there. We looked around to see if there were any shells. I went down and looked all over here. No shells, no sign of any more eggs but the one egg. So here we go. What is it? It's possible, we don't know yet, because I've been trying to verify it, but it may not be a Towhee. The Towhee's sitting. She lives here. She goes into the garden down there. She feeds on all the seed. I've only seen one bird, but I'm going to presume there's two. It is very possible. This is just a guess right now. We won't know unless the baby makes it and we keep an eye on it. That is so open, I cannot believe that no rats or squirrels or anybody found it. I was going to cover it with tulle. Right now I'm going to do nothing. It is possible. Just guessing. It may be a cowbird. Now, why would I guess a cowbird? Yes, she could have had 5 eggs and maybe a rodent or a snake came and grabbed a couple eggs. It's so rare to find one like that. That is possible, but normally if a rodent would have found it, let's say a rat found it, they would have come back. They would have grabbed one egg, they would have feasted on it. Next day, they would have come back and had another one. If a squirrel found it, same thing, they'd take everything. If a scrub jay found it, they can steal the eggs and they would come back and eventually empty it out. But if a cowbird found them, it is possible that what they do sometimes, besides just lay an egg, and we do have cowbirds here, in a nest, they can puncture the eggs that are there. And by doing that, the eggs will start to go bad. And the mother bird will either toss the eggs out or they'll just dry up in there and don't do anything. Or some cowbirds remove all the eggs except for theirs. That's another possibility. Now, is it a cowbird? I don't know. It's an awful big baby. It just hatched today. So I've been waiting for another egg, and I told Gary last night, she should have already had another 2 or 3 eggs, total. And from the time we found the nest to now. Well, now we know the egg was actually ready to hatch. Little did I know, and I had no idea, never even thought about candling it. I could have done that. So we got a baby. So a lot of you want to know if this was going to be successful. I told you I don't even know if she'll finish sitting on it. The nest is hot glued in to the tree collard. Well, we now know she did finish sitting. I mean, that I knew. I see her every day, even watering. When I come through here and I'm watering the plants, she's looking at me and I'm looking at her, but I really don't stare at her. I don't want to really make too much eye contact. I want her to think she's hidden. So she was successful in sitting, and she does have a baby, and we can keep an eye on it, but I don't know if this is a Towhee or a cowbird. And the other thing is, it could be difficult for me. If I was a total expert on California Towhees, I'd probably be able to take one look at it and say, oh, I know what that is. I'm not. I don't bother the nests. We find nests all over here. I don't study them. I'm too busy. There's a lot of things I study, but not California Towhees. So as it grows, it's going to be a brown bird. We may never know. The bird could take off, or the bird may not make it. If it is a cowbird, let's back up for a minute. And if she doesn't feed enough protein, which would be insects, then, I see a hummingbird up there. It won't make it, because that's what happens when they pick the wrong nests. They do need a lot of protein. Now, Towhees do both. They eat insects and they eat seeds and they eat greens. But will it be enough? I don't know. This is a first for me. And is it a Towhee? I don't know. Did she lose all her other eggs? Did something come in there and rob her eggs? So your guess is right now is as good as mine. I will keep an eye on it. I'm going to leave her alone. So I've got something big plus on this. I know that within the next 3 to 4 weeks, that bird will be out. Towhees branch very early, which means they come out of the nest before they look like they're ready. And they hop around and the parents feed them. They don't sit there until they're completely fledged and ready to fly. A lot of times they branch, and that's what it's called. When they come out early, because it's better for them that they don't sit in the same nest where predators can get them. No, white crowns are right here. I'm sitting on my swing. So if it's a Towhee, I'll be able to plant my tomatoes in here because I don't think I really want to mess with them. I still might, until they're gone. If it's a cowbird, I don't know that much about them. I don't know if they sit in there long enough. I know cowbirds were raised last year on the property here by Orioles because they came in to feed with their baby cowbird. And it was the funniest thing because I couldn't figure out what was going on. It was just crazy because the baby Orioles were coming into the window and they were drinking out of the feeder that their parents brought them, the hummingbird feeders to drink out of. But the cowbird didn't want it. And he was still too young to take off and find the group of cowbirds. So he hung around with the orioles, which means that cowbird simply laid her egg in there. And the orioles eat lots of insects. That's perfect for cowbirds. And eventually, when he figured out, nope, these aren't even my siblings, I've been temporarily adopted, he took off and disappeared. So that was a funny sight. But this will be new to me. So that's the update. A baby has hatched. And now we just wait and see what happens. That's all nature. And I'm going to let nature do its thing. Okay, so I helped with hot glue. But what are you going to say? With that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. This is actually funny.